Hey everybody, welcome to month 17 of our Project 24 review case study. Sorry I'm a few days late. I know there's some of you, not a whole lot, but some of you guys actually follow these monthly, and I know I usually do them around the 4th or the 5th of the month. Crazy end of the year. I know all you guys probably go through that with work as well, so a little bit behind. Wanted to put the slide deck together real quickly just with the numbers and be able to update you. This is month 17 of our 24-month Project 24 case study. For those of you that have been following along, thank you. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, you can go back and see where this is essentially a case study where we're chronicling, or I'm chronicling, going through the Project 24 caseload, creating websites, and this is month 17 of that journey. Kind of stack up how we're doing compared to what Project 24 lays out, and also update, where we're failing, where you guys can do better, and any progress that we've made. So if you want to go back and check out any of those other videos, if you're new, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do. You'll get notifications. And also, if you haven't joined Project 24, I do put a link below. If you decide to use that, much appreciated. Do make an affiliate commission out of that, and helps outsource content and do different tests and things that I sometimes talk about in these videos. So appreciate it. All right, let's get into month 17. So if you guys remember, again, year 2 is all about trying to hit that goal of, I want one site to be at $1,000 a month, the other site to be at $500 a month. These goals have evolved since then, but that's ultimately what I'm hoping by July 4th, 2020, which would be 24 months, I can at least say, hey, I got a site to $1,000. That's what I'm hoping. So again, month 17 of our first site, because we started this site in July 4th of 2018. The income school guys say we should have earned about a total of $15,490 from our 2 sites. $3,400 should be this month's total. $2,100 from the first site, with about 55,000 page views. $1,300 from our second site at 20,000 page views. I always like to do that just so you guys know how I'm comparing to what the course lays out. And again, for those of you guys that are new, I am behind in these revenue numbers and these page view numbers, and there's so many reasons that I own all of them. So while I hope you guys get some helpful tidbits of kind of what the journey's like from one person's standpoint, do not take my results as gospel. You could do less, of course, you can make 0, but I think a lot of you guys can probably blow this out. I like doing these case studies because it keeps me going, and actually keeps working towards these goals in a long-term fashion. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I don't want you guys to think, hey, because I'm behind, that doesn't mean that it doesn't work, because it definitely does if you put in the work. So site 1, traffic, guys, you can see here last month. So this month there was a few challenges that happened, and a lot of it was between me traveling about 3 full weeks for work. The remaining time I had was trying to figure out challenges, right? What was going on. So this right here is our October 4th to November number. You can see we were at 27,000 page views. After the November algorithm update, people were losing traffic. I had hit highs, and then all of a sudden, it started to really, really scale down, and I have no idea why. And the only thing I noticed is in the search console, and I don't know if any of you guys searches, and I know speed has been a partial algorithm, search ranking factor for a while. However, I finally noticed on my search console that there was actually what appeared to be a little ranking, like it said beta, and it said slow pages. And I know I've been scoring low on the site speed for so long. I was using Divi. I love Divi because I actually just upgraded and bought the lifetime subscription just 3-4 months ago, because you can make really nice looking sites. However, no matter what I was doing to add plugins, shrink the size of images, add cache, I have a virtual private host. It's not even like I'm on a shared crummy host. I could not get that thing to score, especially on mobile. I was scoring single digits. So the only thing I could really think about was, all right, why am I losing traffic? Maybe Google finally started to take the lack of speed when it comes to my site into account. So anyway, long story short, this month I had 19,316 page views. What I did here is I kind of broke it up in half. Um, I usually show you like the overall, since the time of launch, but you can just add 20,000 to whatever showed last time, which was about, I don't even know, 170,000 page views or something, which is pretty awesome considering there's been no links at all built to this site, right? Which is the main selling point of Project 24. But regardless, I switched. See here, it was starting to dip. I basically switched to the Acabado theme that Project 24 gives you with their Project 24 membership, and it's all meant for speed. It's very streamlined, guys. It's not going to be as pretty as a page builder, or at least I haven't gotten to the point where I've actually edited the stuff that much to try to even make it pretty. However, it's all about speed, and that's what was the main thing I was trying to fix. So you can see here, like this is Thanksgiving, but like we took a dip, we were taking a dip, and then it started to since go up. And here's the other thing I want to point out. 3 minutes and 50 seconds back up to about 4:29 since I converted it. It's a short window, right? But I do think speed with the Ozoic ads that I was running really was having an effect on a lot of stuff. The ranking factor, I think I was starting to lose traffic or being good. Google was starting to say, hey, we really love this site. It's so slow. The ads, I was losing ad revenue because I'm sure people were bouncing. So even though here you see the bounce rate looks a little higher, but people are spending more time on page. So take that for what you will. That was one of the things I said, what can I do here? So I put the Acabado theme on this website. We'll stay tuned to see if that helps over the long run. But as you can see here, it was down page views from a high, which I had hit across 25,000 page views. So I don't know if that was part of the algorithm update that I know has kind of caused a lot of issues recently, but it seems to be trending back up. So we shall see. Site number 2. So site number 2, guys, I have tried to figure out what's going on with site number 2. Remember last video I said I think something's messed up with my pixel, because even though the page views seem like they're high, right? You can see right about here, something happened where it got messed up, I believe, because the amount of unique page views used to be pretty close, right? Like 1.2 page views per visitor, right? Nothing crazy. And it used to also be time on pages be closer to 4 minutes. And since this time, I've been getting 30 seconds per page. And also, the page views are also way crazy. It's like almost doubled. And I've tried to figure out if I somehow put the analytics pixel in twice or what have you. I can't figure it out. If anyone has the same issue, like I've deleted pixels. I'm trying. If you guys have a plugin that you really like, that you say, hey, I can just delete everything and go to that, let me know in the comments below, because I do want these numbers to be accurate. And yes, it's trending a little bit, and the site was taking a bit of a hit, but this I think is a little bit inflated, and I can't seem to figure out how to get it back to. I just don't believe that it's going, 3% bounce rate, but yet I'm getting way less time on page. Doesn't add up to me. I don't understand what's going on. So something here is messed up. So maybe that's a clue for people. If you can see the bounce rates, if you've seen bounce rates like this, and then users to page views being like almost doubled, and you know what it is, let me know. It'd be much appreciated. But that's kind of, I also will let you know that Azoic, I worked with the guys at Azoic, I will say, I went with the account manager, and they actually, I talked to them about the speed issue. They got me in touch with some people. This site, I think some of this might be that had way too many ads showing, like under the header, under the title. I think people were probably not getting the content they were wanting since before I added that. Now, this site makes me, you'll see on the next site, makes me more money than the other site, even with less page views. So it's kind of that balance. But however, I want to try to get it back to where people are having a good experience and, not sacrifice revenue too much. So I had them change the size, remove some ads. So we'll see if that helps moving into next month. That was something I spent a lot of time on. This site was also scoring double digits in the Google speed page insights, like twos and threes. That's how bad it was. I could not figure it out. I will tell you, I changed this to Acabado as well. That's 2 sites that I changed, and literally now I'm scoring green 90s in desktop and like 70s in mobile. Okay, and that's for both sites. Actually, the third site I did it for as well that I'm going to talk about. So if you're looking for a fast theme, guys, again, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It's not that pretty. I don't know if you guys know how to make it pretty. I probably need to go into the Project 24 community and actually ask how people are modifying it more. However, I definitely think I definitely think it's made a difference in page speed. So let me well, that's where we were in traffic. So let's go here. Third site. This is the site, guys, that I purchased a lot of content from the Project 24 content team. I spent $2,600 on first 30 articles here, and that was about 2-3 months ago, 4 months ago. I don't remember quite frankly when. So this is probably month 4, or since turning it into a Project 24 style site with and outsourcing everything. So this was another test. Starting to get some uptakes here, which is awesome. This is usually how it starts. I had 509 page views. Now I'm getting some hits a day. So hopefully this does the same curve of what the other sites will do. And maybe in 3 months, 4 months, maybe I'll be hitting, 8,000-9,000 page views a month. So that would be awesome. So that's this site. Had 509 here. So you can see here started hitting some highs. Let's go to income. So income for the first site, again, guys, this is the site that affiliate wise, it's kind of all or nothing with this site. I have some affiliates that pay me $100 for a purchase. As you can imagine, doesn't happen all that much, right? So on the months where it does, like this month, I had $266. Month where I have some littler affiliates. This is a small affiliate through Paddle. $9.61. There was actually a sale here, but the majority of the sales here come from Mosaic, $125. PMV, so earnings per million visitors, only $8.89 over this time. Now, again, I think some of it was messed up due to speed. I'm hoping this will go up because it's Q4. It should be a little higher than that. So the total was $134.66 for this site. And then this site is my second site that I started. This site had $189 from Mosaic, and then averaging $23 for earnings per 1,000, which is awesome. I'm hoping that only goes up. And then actually had $122 in Amazon. So this one has way more, like a couple of articles actually have Amazon products on it. You can see it's making me some money, right? So that's cool. So this site made $302.03. So this is the third consecutive month, guys, where I've pretty much flirted with 500, which again is awesome. 500 combined. I just need to get it to, 500 for one and 1,000 for the other. So in terms of content, this is another big mix. You guys know, last video I optimized the templates on site number 2, and then I pretty much erased all that because I put an Acabado theme on there for speed. So that was, I erased all that. I did add a pay-per-call affiliate through LeadSmart. I've gotten a few phone calls through my second site, no conversions yet. I got rid of Yoast and moved to all-in-one SEO on the one site that was having an issue with one of the plugins. Didn't really add any content here. My writer here on site number 2, she's working on another product type post where she's got to do more research, and she's been really slow about it. And honestly, she has young kids, and around the holiday times last year she did the same thing. She kind of really slowed down her writing. So site number 4, which is what I know you guys laughed about, I started with my brother, and he did get 5 response posts put on there, and that's all really where the content was. This is a brand new site. Haven't put any, this is not included in here up to this point, but it's a brand new site. 5 first response posts were up there. So long story short, guys, I think this just speaks to how I'm looking at this whole project now. Like, I believe in the Project 24 method. obviously I'm getting traffic without links, right? It's something that's sustainable. I think the key here is all about content. I'm looking at it as a long-term game. I'm really toying around some ideas of over the next couple weeks. What I want to do is essentially what I want to do is actually focus on making a really good plan for 2020. I want to lay out all the different properties, if you will, that I have, and kind of come out with a plan. And I'm toying with a couple of like a model of coming out with more of a project manager kind of outsource the portfolio, build them up, kind of like a build them up and sell kind of model. However, to do that, you have to actually get content up there consistently and continuously build this revenue. So I have a couple of ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I even had some ideas about possibly reaching out to some of you guys and seeing if anyone was interested in kind of creating a collective where we would all kind of work together to build some sites, a portfolio of sites, with the idea of flipping and consistently building new sites. But I'm not there yet. I wouldn't do it now until I could do it on 4 or 5 of my own sites for considerable money, do the flip. And if people decided they wanted to be interested in that, I want to make sure that it would work. So, but so in the meantime, I'm just focused on kind of building out these properties and coming up with the plan for 2020. I will maybe fill you guys in on that once I get that all baked out. But thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't joined Project 24, I would recommend it. I would just recommend following it closer. Do the YouTube videos, do the Pinterest, add more consistent content, and whatever results I'm showing you, about $500, 17 months in. I mean, there's no doubt you guys can't be way better than that, right? Because these don't have a lot of content on them. So all the best. Best of luck with your sites. Any feedback you guys have for me, let me know. And thank you for watching.